Hello friends, today we are going to see how to install Raspberry Pi OS, previously known as Raspbian OS, in our Raspberry Pi 4, 3 or any versions. So now in this tutorial I am going to install in my Raspberry Pi 4. So if you are using a Raspberry Pi 3, 3B plus or 3B, it is the same steps. So first step, go to the raspberrypi.org/downloads. So every link for this thing will be in the description. And after going to this website, you can see the two things, Raspberry Pi OS and also the Noops. So Noops is an easy thing that if you download this and extract it in your folder, you can just install it easily. It also has Liber OS inside it. But today we are going to see the Raspberry Pi OS, just a package. You can also install this OS from the notes, but I'm gonna install it with the separate package for it. Just click this button. It will take to this page. There are three versions of it. So the first is the Raspberry Pi OS 32-bit with desktop and recommended software, and the next is without the recommended software. So if you want to save 1 GB of space, you can just do it without recommended of software. And also there is the next version which is just 432 MB. So it is just a light version. This is not that cool. So today let's go with the recommended software, the highest version, and just click the download zip button and click save. So it will download. It will take a while to download, 2.5 GB. So now let's see what is the Raspberry Pi OS. So Raspberry Pi OS was officially developed by the Raspberry Pi company itself, and before this it was named as Raspbian, which is one of the common OS for the Raspberry Pi. So let's wait for it download. So now it has successfully downloaded over here. So next we have to download an imager tool for flashing the ROM into the SD card. So you can choose your operating system. If you are using Ubuntu, you can choose this. Mac OS, you can also choose it, and also if you are using Windows, you can choose this. So in my case, it is Windows. So I'm just clicking it and downloading it. So it is just 19 MB, and the Raspberry Pi OS was around 2.5 GB. So now just open the imager, and it's time to install the imager. So after it is completed, just click finish. So after finish, it will open the software itself. So this is an official imaging software. So on the next step, you need an 16 GB class 10 SD card, and also an SD card to USB adapter like this. If your computer has enlarged the SD card adapter, you can use something like this. So in my case, I'm just gonna use this thing. So uh, just insert the SD card in, and next insert it inside your computer. And yeah, now you have successfully connected it to the computer. Let's go back to the computer. So on the next step, open the Raspberry Pi imager, click choose OS, scroll down and click use custom, choose the OS which you have downloaded earlier. So it's over here. Let me just open it and click choose SD card. So if you have inserted multiple SD card, choose the right one and click write. So this might take a while. Let's wait for it. So now you can see it has successfully completed, and just click continue over here, and that's it. Now let's go into the next step. So on the next step, just remove the SD card adapter from the computer and remove the SD card from the SD card adapter. So over here I have my Raspberry Pi 4. So another one thing I forgot to mention is that Raspberry Pi 4 has micro HDMI port. So you need a special micro HDMI to HDMI adapter to connect to your monitor. So next let's just connect our keyboard and mouse. So Raspberry Pi 4 has two USB 3.0 and two USB 2.0. and I have already connected one end of the HDMI to my monitor, and the other end let's connect it with the Raspberry Pi. So yeah, now everything has been completed. Now you need a power supply to power this on. So I'm using a power bank in my case. You can also use a wall adapter and a Type C cable. Raspberry Pi 4 has a Type C port. So let me just connect the one end to the Raspberry Pi 4, and now let's power the other end into the power bank. So I have my monitor set up over here, and I'm just gonna power on my Raspberry Pi. So let's see if it's boot. So you can see the light over here in the Raspberry Pi, and the Raspberry Pi also starts to boot. So it is booting. So you can see it has successfully booted. So you can see that welcome to Raspberry Pi desktop. Everything shows over here. Let me just set this up. So now I have successfully completed the setup. You can see the Raspbian is successfully running over here, and also it has many things like for programming it has Scratch, Java, and Python ideal, etc. And it has many things. You can also directly view the sensor hat using the sensor hat emulation. So it is an amazing hat for Raspberry Pi. You can fully control it from here. Let me just close it for now. So it also has LibreOffice, which is open source Office alternative to Microsoft Office. So even in Linux and other open source OS, this is available. And also inside preference, you can add a remove software, etc. So I am using a 32-inch monitor, so the resolution is not good. So you can see the black borders outside it. And it also has some mini games, Python games, Minecraft, Pi, etc. So yeah, that's it for today. We have just completed installing the Raspbian OS, and in the next video I'll be showing how to overclock with an GUI app. So it is an easiest method to overclock an Raspberry Pi to 2 GHz. So it is 1.5 GHz normally Raspberry Pi, but you can overclock up to 2 GHz. So let's see that in next video. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe.